So here's a piece of information that I absolutely want you to know is true. You can get what you want in bed, in your relationship, in your communication with your partner. It's absolutely possible. And if you stick with me, I'm going to tell you how. I'm Darshana Avila, your guide to all things erotic wholeness. And I'm really delighted to be in this conversation with you. So, I work with couples often. I work with individuals too. And something that I hear constantly is this story of, I don't really get what I want from my partner. I've told them so many times. It's as if they're not listening to me, even when I know that they want to, even though I know my partner cares about me, loves me, respects me. So there's something missing in this equation. And this is the piece that I want to help you understand and transform with some really simple tricks and tips. First of all, a lot of us lead from a place of complaint when we're giving feedback. You're not doing the thing that I like. You have not given me the thing that I want. And I'm sure you've heard the saying, you catch more flies with honey than vinegar. I know I can be a spicy and a salty one myself, but it really is true that when we begin our feedback from a place of connection, from leaning into something that's already going well and our shared desire and positive intent, we get so much more traction out of then giving a constructive piece of feedback. So it might go something like this. Like, let's say you really want your partner to slow down their touch. You want to feel them taking their time being with your body. So your feedback might go something like, "Hey babe, are you available to have a conversation?" You always want to check in for that piece. And you might say, "I love feeling your touch. I love being close to you. I really want more of that sensuality flowing in our relationship. And you know what feels amazing to me? When you slow it down and really take your time with a teasing touch that is a bit drawn out and builds up my anticipation, it gets me going." Now, if you're on the receiving end of feedback like that, what do you think you're going to do with it? If your partner is saying, "Ooh, there's this thing that you do that I really, really like, it turns me on, I want more of it," chances are good we're going to repeat, right? So instead of, your touch is too fast or it's too rough and I just don't like it, complaint, 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 start with a compliment. Start with something connected and watch what happens, because then you're assuming there's already something positive that you are building from, that you're enhancing in your relationship. You're also inviting some buy-in from them, even inadvertently, but that's the next piece. You can make that a little bit more explicit. What I mean there is we want them to buy in to really be invested in the idea of, if I make this change, it's beneficial for me and for the we space. So another way to go about that is to say, "And, I'm really curious, what are the things that you would like more of? What are some things that maybe are already going well, but we can make them amazing together?" Bring your curiosity to them about how things could be enhanced. And then you're having a two-way conversation that allows you both the space, the permission to be a bit vulnerable, but you're doing it in a way that can feel a lot less defended and edgy than if we're just coming forward with an unsolicited piece of feedback, because you've actually invited that from them. And there's something in that mutuality that I'm going to give some information, you're going to give some information, we're going to meet and collaborate together, that first of all can be incredibly intimate in its own right. It fosters a sense of emotional safety. It gets you dialoguing deeper beneath the surface of things. And it's going to help you create lived experiences together that will have both of you getting more of what you want. This idea that giving feedback is problematic, that our needs, our preferences are problematic, is one that many of us are going into conversations with our beloveds assuming. You might not have that at the forefront of your mind, but many of us do have it more subconsciously. This, oh gosh, if I ask for this, it's going to be perceived as too much. The reality is that most of us want to do well by our partner. So, this is another way that you can help these conversations to go with, like, to flow with more ease and just feel like a source of gifting your relationship as opposed to taking something away from it. Go into the conversation with the mindset that all of us have needs. Our needs are valid. And in a loving, healthy partnership, if we have consented to showing up for each other well, that includes we get feedback about how to do that better. So don't go in with the collapsed, worried, like, ooh, is it okay that I'm going to say this thing, or assuming that they're going to receive it poorly. Instead, I really invite you, before you even open that conversation up, to take a few breaths, to really remind yourself, I have needs, they have needs, we all have needs, and it's okay to give feedback around the way we need to be met, touched, spoken to, engaged with, so on and so forth. It's not actually a problem to give feedback. It can be an incredibly generative, wonderful, affirming facet of your relationship. When we feel safe and comfortable giving and receiving feedback in really lighthearted, gracious ways, that's glue that strengthens the foundation of our relationship. And it's going to make it that much easier for you to explore greater depths of intimacy together. So, again, first of all, make sure that you're giving your feedback more as a compliment. Start from the place of what is good and also center what you want. I want more closeness with you. I want more sensuality. I love these things already. They're going well. Here's how we can make it even better. And then remember, we've all got needs, and that's nothing to be ashamed of or feel guilty about. It's a sign of a healthy relationship when you're each being attentive both to your own needs and one another's. I can't wait to hear how you put this into practice. Your comments are always welcome. And if you're interested in more of this, first of all, be sure to subscribe here and come and join me in Galgasm, my online community where we are diving into all manner of explorations in the realm of intimacy, sexuality, and relationships for women and queer community in particular. I cannot wait to see you there. Bye.